Have you ever noticed that your dog seems to gain weight even when you think you're taking good care of their diet? Being overweight is one of the most common and silent problems among dogs and can reduce years of life from your best friend. Studies show that more than half of pet dogs are above their ideal weight, and genetics isn't always to blame. In fact, these are small mistakes that most pet owners make without realizing it. What seems like just excess cuteness could mean years less of life for your pet. Many pet owners think they're providing the best possible care, but without realizing it, they're sabotaging their own companion's health. Having the correct information about canine nutrition is essential to ensure a long and healthy life for your dog. And that's exactly what you'll find here on the Dr. Doug the Dog channel. Let's explore the 5 most common feeding mistakes that are sabotaging your pet's health, causing overweight or obesity, and how you can correct them today. Each of these mistakes may seem harmless, but when combined, they create a perfect scenario for uncontrolled weight gain. We'll also reveal an extra mistake that practically nobody talks about, but that could be ruining all your efforts. In the end, you'll have a clear plan on how to correct and prevent being overweight, ensuring more years of healthy life for your companion. Let's go. Mistake number 1. Premium kibble in excess. Many pet owners believe in the myth that quality kibble never does harm. So the more, the better. This dangerous belief has led thousands of dogs to become overweight, even while consuming top-tier foods. Premium kibbles have high caloric density, meaning a small amount already provides a lot of energy. When we offer excessive portions, even if it's the best available food, we're creating a caloric excess that transforms directly into fat. Veterinarians specialized in nutrition observe that pet owners frequently double or triple the amounts recommended on the label, thinking they're showing love and care. The kibble label isn't just a suggestion, it's scientific guidance based on the animal's weight and age. A quality premium kibble was formulated to be nutritionally complete in the indicated portion. When you offer more than recommended, you're providing unnecessary calories that the dog's organism cannot process adequately. The food's quality doesn't cancel out the effects of excess, and often the best foods are precisely the most caloric because they're more concentrated in nutrients. Mistake number 2. Treats and rewards disguised as affection. Veterinary nutritionists reveal that daily treats can represent up to 20 or 30% of the total calories a dog consumes during the day. This is an alarming number that most pet owners are completely unaware of. The big problem lies in the emotional mistake of using food as the primary way to show love and affection. Each little cookie, each extra piece of kibble, each food reward during training accumulates throughout the day, creating significant caloric excess. Professionals in the field observe that pet owners tend to drastically underestimate the amount of treats offered, often not even considering these extras in the animal's daily diet. The solution isn't to completely eliminate rewards, but rather to make smarter choices. Safe fruits like seedless apple and raw carrot can substitute industrial treats. Homemade dehydrated treats or positive reinforcement through affection, play, and praise are alternatives that strengthen the bond without compromising health. Remember that true love for your pet is shown by caring for their health, not overfeeding them. Affection doesn't always need to come with food. Mistake number 3. People food, the silent villain. Human foods, even offered in small quantities, have high content of fat, sodium, and seasonings that the canine organism wasn't designed to process. What many pet owners don't realize is that dogs' metabolism is fundamentally different from ours, and what we consider healthy for us can be extremely harmful to them. Veterinary specialists warn that apparently harmless foods like cheese, bread, seasoned meat scraps, and rice with condiments are among the main causes of canine overweight. A simple piece of cheese can contain the caloric equivalent of an entire meal for a small dog. The canine liver has difficulty processing excess fats, and their digestive system isn't adapted to the sodium levels present in our food. Beyond weight gain, these foods can cause digestive problems, pancreatitis, and overload vital organs. The rule is simple and definitive. Dog food for dogs, people food for people. There's no safe middle ground when it comes to your pet's health. Resisting those begging little eyes can be difficult, but it's an act of true love. Mistake number 4. Lack of feeding routine and portion control. One of the most devastating mistakes pet owners make is leaving food always available for the dog, believing the animal will naturally self-regulate. This practice, known as ad libitum feeding, completely disrupts canine metabolism and interferes with natural mechanisms of hunger and satiety control. Veterinary professionals observe that dogs with free access to food lose the ability to recognize when they're truly hungry or satisfied. The impact goes beyond weight, affecting digestion, energy levels, and even the animal's behavior. Creating a feeding routine with fixed schedules and controlled portions restructures metabolism and significantly improves the pet's quality of life. Feeding at regular times stimulates adequate production of digestive enzymes, improves nutrient absorption, and creates a healthy metabolic rhythm. Measuring portions precisely, using a measuring cup or scale, ensures the dog receives exactly the amount of energy they need. Veterinarians recommend dividing the daily amount into 2 or 3 meals, respecting regular intervals. This simple practice can transform your dog's digestive health and weight in just a few weeks. Mistake number 5. Ignoring the pet's activity type and age. One of the most common mistakes among pet owners is maintaining exactly the same diet throughout the dog's entire life, ignoring that nutritional needs change drastically with age, activity level, and reproductive status. Veterinarians specialized in nutrition explain that a puppy has completely different caloric needs from a sedentary senior dog. Spaying or neutering, for example, significantly reduces basal metabolism, requiring a 15 to 20% decrease in caloric intake to maintain ideal weight. Active dogs that exercise regularly burn much more energy than sedentary pets, even being the same breed and age. The visual impact of this difference is impressive when we compare a dog that walks daily with another that spends the day resting, both receiving the same amount of food. Specific kibbles for each life stage exist precisely because needs change. Puppy kibbles are more caloric to sustain growth, while senior formulas have fewer calories and more fiber to facilitate digestion. Light kibbles are formulated specifically for dogs with tendency toward overweight. Adjusting feeding according to your pet's age and activity is fundamental to maintaining ideal weight throughout their entire life. Bonus mistake. We decided to add a bonus mistake to the video that nobody talks about. There's a silent mistake that sabotages all weight control efforts, and practically no pet owner realizes it. Not regularly recording the pet's weight is like driving blindfolded. Most pet owners only notice weight gain when the problem is already established and much more difficult to reverse. Veterinarians recommend monthly weighing, especially for dogs with a history of overweight or in the weight loss process. Small weight variations can go unnoticed in daily life, but when recorded monthly, they reveal important trends that allow preventive adjustments in feeding. A simple household scale can be your greatest ally in maintaining your pet's health. Write down the weight monthly and adjust portions as needed, always with professional guidance. How to prevent and correct overweight effectively and safely. The first step is identifying the problem in time, before it causes irreversible damage to your companion's health. If you've noticed that your pet's body has lost its defined shape, or that you have difficulty feeling their ribs when you run your hand along the sides of their chest, it's time to act immediately. Veterinary consultation and personalized nutritional evaluation are fundamental in this process. Each dog is unique, with specific needs based on breed, age, activity level, and health conditions. Avoid adjusting the diet on your own, as each breed and age group has different nutritional requirements that only a professional can adequately evaluate. Caloric control should be gradual to avoid animal frustration and keep metabolism functioning stably. Drastically decreasing portions can cause anxiety and slow down metabolism, making weight loss more difficult. Smart food swapping can make all the difference in the process. Light kibbles, or those with high fiber content, increase the feeling of satiety without adding unnecessary calories. Low-calorie treat options, like raw carrot, seedless apple, and cucumber, satisfy the desire to reward without compromising the diet. Increasing energy expenditure through daily walks, interactive toys, and environmental enrichment accelerates the weight loss process and improves the animal's overall quality of life. What to avoid during weight correction? Avoid overly restrictive diets, as they cause loss of muscle mass instead of fat, leaving the dog weaker and with even slower metabolism. Veterinary professionals warn that drastic reductions in feeding can cause the pet to compensate by eating objects, garbage, or anything they find around the house, creating risks of intoxication and intestinal obstruction. Be wary of natural feeding fads or internet diets without adequate veterinary guidance, as each dog has specific needs that only a professional can correctly evaluate. A crucial point that many pet owners ignore is that weight gain can be a symptom of hormonal problems like hypothyroidism or other metabolic diseases. If, even with controlled diet, the weight doesn't decrease, seek medical investigation immediately. Healthy weight loss should be gradual, supervised, and always accompanied by exercises appropriate to the animal's physical condition. Remember that correcting weight is a process that requires patience, knowledge, and professional monitoring to ensure your pet loses weight safely and permanently. And to conclude, canine overweight isn't just an aesthetic issue. It's a serious health problem that can significantly reduce your best friend's life expectancy. Small daily changes in feeding and routine can prevent diseases like diabetes, joint and heart problems, ensuring more years of healthy and happy life alongside your family. Remember that true love for your pet is shown through conscious care, not through excess food. Each decision you make about their feeding today will directly impact the quality and quantity of life you'll have together.